know this world is full of singers, but just a few are chosen to tear your heart out when they sing. Imagine life without them. All your radio heroes are like the outlaw that walks through Jesse's dream. No, there'll never be another red-headed stranger, a man in black and Folsom Prison Blue, Yoki from Muskogee, or hello, darling. Lord, I wonder who's gonna fill their shoes. Who's gonna fill their shoes? Who's gonna stand that tall? Who's gonna play the opera and the Wabash Cannonball? Who's gonna give their heart and soul to get to me and you? Lord, I wonder who's gonna fill their shoes. God bless the boys from Memphis, blue suede shoes and Elvis. Much too soon he left this world in tears. They tore up the 50s, oh, Jerry Lee and Charlie, and Go Cat Go still echoes through the years. You know the heart of country music still beats with Luke the Drifter, and you can tell it when he sang I Saw the Line. Old Marty, Hank, and Lefty, well, I can feel him right here with us on this silver eagle rolling through the night. Who's gonna fill their shoes? Who's gonna stand that tall? Who's gonna play the opera and the Wabash Cannonball? Who's gonna give their heart and soul to get to me and you? Lord, I wonder who's gonna fill their shoes. Yes, I wonder who's gonna fill George's shoes. For those of you who don't know or might not have heard, George Jones passed away today, and I think he was 81 years old, which is, you know, as wild as his life was, it's pretty wild that he made it to 80. I hope I make it to 81. I don't do none of that stuff he did. No, but, you know, I think maybe he's lost on the younger generation of country music fans, but even the current crop of country music singers are influenced by George Jones, you know, either directly or indirectly, because everyone that sings country songs tries to sound like George Jones, whether they know it or not. They might be trying to sound like their influence, but you can trace it back because, you know, everybody tried to be George Jones, and there'll never be a better voice and a better friend to a great country song than George Jones, in my opinion. Really. So we thought we'd dust off some George Jones numbers here, and this goes back a long way here to probably the 60s, isn't it, Terry? There's one called The Love Bug. Chicks to myself, well then seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. It all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. I'll pick it some. Well, I always thought that I had me a pretty good style, but I lost that race by a good old country mile. I was walking all around with my head held way up high. Yeah, then it fooled me, hit me, really took me by surprise. Oh, that little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. It all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Yeah, the little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. It all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's the little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Yeah, the little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. And of course, you can't do a little mini George Jones tribute without including this next song. It's probably the greatest country song ever written, wouldn't you say, Robert? Probably so. And it's a funny story. The guy, I was listening to satellite radio on the way over here, and they had a guy on there who wrote this song. His name was Bobby Braddock, and he had written this song, this iconic song for George Jones called "He Stopped Loving Her Today." You guys heard of that? I guess a couple of you, maybe. And he had written this iconic song for George Jones, and George didn't care for it initially. He didn't want to record it. He thought it was too sappy and too sad. And he thought no one would buy it. And at the time, George's career was not really on an upswing. It was kind of winding down, really. A lot of people thought. And the guy that produced the record, the guy on the radio said today that they rewrote the song like 4 times and kept bringing it back, trying to make improvements to get George to like it well enough to actually record it. And I guess he held on to it for like 4 years, and they would record it, and he didn't like it, so they would scrap it, and then they would go in and do it again. And finally, they did record it, and it made it on a record. And I mean, it ended up being his signature song, which is funny because he initially didn't even care for the song. And I think that's interesting. I've had a lot of doors closed in my face in Nashville. And imagine if this guy hadn't been persistent with this song. George wouldn't have this as his signature song. So I'm going to send this out to Dave Morrison's mama. Where are you at? She requests this every time, and Betty Clarkson, and Larry Sargent, and a whole bunch of people. He said, "I'll love you till I die." She told him, "You'll forget in time." And as the years slipped slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind, kept her picture on his wall, and went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. Kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single "I love you." I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. And he stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came to see him one last time. We all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. This time, he's over her for good. And he stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.